Good morning. My name is Brierton, and I'm here to show you how to make serious chili. Now, before we get started, we should talk about a couple things. First off, what serious chili means to me. Now, I worked in restaurants, kitchens specifically, from the time I was 17 till I was 28. I'm a server now, but I spent the majority of my life cooking professionally, and I gave it up. And the reason I gave it up is because I love to cook, and it was getting to the point where it was making me not love cooking anymore. So for me, serious chili is a vestige of who I once was. In addition to bringing people together and giving us something to celebrate, enjoy, and share, it is an expression of who I am. Now, before we start, we should also talk about philosophy. Now, every cook needs a good philosophy. Mine has three components. First, inspiration. You have to know what you're making. It has to come from somewhere inside of you. You just can't make any old thing and call it food. It has to be inspired. It has to be unique. It has to be serious. Preparation. This is 90% of the game. Fabricating your meats, processing your produce, stocking what you need in your larder, preparation. Then perspiration. Now, not in the food, but around the food. You need to be focused. You need to not be screwing around. This is work. This is serious. Now, what I've done is I've broken this process down into 5 steps. We're going to start with the tools. Brief overview. You have a clean working kitchen. You have pots, lids, knife, spatula, all the things listed up here. Basically, a well-stocked kitchen. Then you have mise en place. This is French for the things of making. This is a culinary term. This is a list of all the different things you need. Chorizo, which is a type of sausage, 80-20 beef, because you're going to need that fat. Various peppers of varying degrees of hotness, 5 peppers in all, 5 types of peppers. I used canned beans. I'm a little lazy. 3 types of beans, 2 types of stock, crushed tomatoes for your base, and then this is your spice mix. This is something you'll use throughout the process. And you're going to make more of it than you need. That way you can adjust it. I know what you're thinking. Dry mustard, cocoa powder, these are all important things because that will give your flavor something to juxtapose the heat against. Serious. Now, I took these pictures myself. This is how you dice an onion. First you cut it in half, peel it, cut it laterally, then turn it to the side and cut it horizontally. Down here we have peppers. I did it on bell pepper because that's the easiest to demonstrate. Some of them are really small, like the habanero. You'll just cut the top off, you'll remove the seeds, and you'll do the same process you did with the onion with the pepper. This is how you crush garlic. Take the flat of the knife, you put it down, you smash it. Then you remove the skin, you chop it. This is where you rinse your beans. You want to rinse all of the juices off of your canned beans. You'll thank me for that about 3 hours after you're done eating the chili, when you're not gassy. Cornstarch slurry, beef stock, chicken stock. Cornstarch slurry is just cold water with cornstarch, beef stock, chicken stock. I use bouillon, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is your mise en place. Ready to roll. Now the method. In a large pot, you cook the chorizo on high heat. You remove the chorizo, wipe out the pot, and cook the beef. Next, you add the... oh, wait. What happened? No, here we go. Next, you mix both meats together. Then you add in the onions. You cover it and let it sweat. And the garlic, too. And that will bring out the flavor and the aromatics. Those juices get mixed in with the beef. Then you stir in your peppers. You let those sweat. This takes a while. Again, serious. Now, you slowly work the beans into the pot. Oh, you add spice. You also add spice on the previous step, sorry, with the beef and the pork. You mix the spice in with the beans. You let it kind of dry cook for 5 minutes. And what that's going to do is that's going to work the flavor from your spices into the beans. Then you add both stocks, cover and let simmer for 10 minutes. That obviously will kind of cook out some of the canned taste and also make them a little bit more tender. Then you add crushed tomato and 5 more teaspoons of your spice mix, because you want to flavor the sauce. So you're flavoring everything each step of the way. That way, nothing drags down anything else. Then you fold in, you let that simmer for 10 minutes, and you fold in your cornstarch slurry, which will thicken it up and make it nice and tight. Then you garnish with potato bread, shredded cheese, and sour cream to taste. Now, quick word on tricks, especially a word on hot peppers. Hot peppers have oils in them that can seriously damage your mucous membranes. Do not mess around with these. I use a plastic bag on my fingertips when handling habaneros, and it's not overkill. Because if you get those on your fingertips, then rub your eye, you'll be going to the doctor. For real. Another thing, this is the scrape. This is a great way to move stuff around. This is the claw. It's a great way to keep from getting your fingers cut off. Always soak your cutting board after cutting hot peppers, and always tuck the lids of your cans in afterwards so you don't cut yourself when you're taking out the garbage. That's that. In conclusion, I've now given you what you need to successfully execute a serious chili recipe. I've shown you the tools that are required, the mise en place, the preparation, and the method, as well as a few extra tricks if you feel like getting fancy and not getting hurt. Do we have any questions?